If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 18 of the Wolfsburg career mode here on FIFA 16. We'll start with some training. Actually, the youngsters that have been training recently, like the real youngsters, the guys from the youth squad, have been growing quite nicely, so I'm concentrating on them rather than the players that we've got in our first team right now, but haven't made a decision on that as of yet. What we need to do here, though, is get some decent results. We are third in the Bundesliga right now, as you can see, and we're playing the side in fourth, away from home, at the Veltins Arena. It's Schalke versus Wolfsburg. They're playing a 4-2-2, as you can see. Tyson alongside Sidney Sam sat just behind Klaas-Jan Huntelaar and Franco De Santo. Obviously, Franco De Santo, formerly of Werder Bremen, and then before that, obviously, Wigan and Chelsea, although he didn't necessarily have much chance at Chelsea, but did okay at Wigan and then scored loads of goals at Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga last season, which made Schalke go out and pick him up. So we'll see if he can actually make the difference in this game. It was Schalke that had the first chance. As you can see, Hoga brings that down from the corner into Sidney Sam. Bit of space to work a shot, but fortunately Benalio was right behind it, and we were able to keep them out for now. We get a free kick just inside 30 yards or so, 28 yards from goal. Ricardo Rodriguez is a very good set-piece taker and drew a good save out of Ralph Farman there to stop us from taking the lead at the other end. So chances are starting to come. It was a slow first half, but as you can see, we're having one more chance before the half was out. Andre Schürrle played in down the left, going to turn inside and then stand the ball up towards the middle. Farman can only punch it as far as Luis Gustavo, gives it a crack, but Hoga unfortunately is in the way. So we have to settle for 0-0 at the break. Now, we made a couple of good signings in the transfer window that's just ended, and a few other sides around us in the league have made some rather interesting moves, shall we say. Most notably, the one we pointed out yesterday, the £63.5 million bid for £1 million transfer for Bayern Munich of Neuer going to Barcelona. But they've obviously brought in Neymar so far in this season as well, bringing him in the summer transfer window. So I guess, you know, they're strengthening up top and weakening at the back, which might be good for our title campaign if that's going to slow Bayern Munich down. Unfortunately, Schalke weren't slowed down here. Franco De Santo, we mentioned he scored loads of goals in the Bundesliga last season, scoring another one in the Bundesliga this season. Unfortunately, to be fair, it was a very good finish from the Argentine, but it was enough to put Schalke 1-0 up. Verinia turning inside the box here, going on a nice run. Then unfortunately Joel Matip comes across and blocks the shot. Joel Matip, of course, who's already signed with us for next season on a pre-contract, putting in the work there defensively for his current team against the side that he's going to be playing for this time next year, or in fact in just 6 months' time. Verinia, though, again turns inside nicely on this right-hand side, gets the shot away, and I don't know how Ralph Farman has been able to tip that onto the bar. An unbelievable save, and then he almost kicks it into his own net there. The ball comes back off the post from the pass back, almost trickling across the line before he eventually smashes it clear. I couldn't believe that A, he'd made that initial save, and B, he got so lucky with that pass back. The luck just wasn't with us here. Max Kruse goes for the extravagant. Unfortunately, despite getting a decent connection on the overhead kick, it went nowhere near the goal, and that was kind of what happened with all of our shots, to be completely honest. No goals for us, one for Schalke, a 1-0 defeat. So the second game in the episode, at home this time in the snow, unfortunately, against Ingolstadt. Obviously, they won the second division in Germany last season, and actually we used them in the video we did with MGH yesterday in the Tops Kick Career Mode Challenge. If you missed that video, then definitely check the channel page for it. I think I will have gotten a second Tops Kick video out earlier on this afternoon as well, with a Champions League hybrid challenge with the Ultimate Team. So definitely check that out if that's gone up. If that hasn't gone up, then it will be coming out over the next couple of days. I'm trying to get all of the normal FIFA 16 content done first, so that my commitment to you guys is maintained, and then obviously those extra videos come as extra videos rather than taking the place of anything else that would normally be on the channel. But Bril Donald and Bolo has come in and played well so far, but not yet been able to get his first goal for the club, and unfortunately it was a teammate that was in the way that time around. Maximilian Arnold got himself in between in between ball and goal, so Mbolo just smashed it straight against his teammate and he went out for a goal kick. That was slightly unfortunate, but Kachunga's coming down the right hand side here into Lex. He's going to turn it inside back to Kachunga, and that was not the best of efforts, but not necessarily the worst. they were playing some good football at Ingolstadt, so to be fair to them, in fact, is that Fouline in their midfield? I didn't notice when playing, but I think that's actually the Fouline that was at Crystal Palace, playing in their midfield. I've only just noticed that whilst commentating this video. But he's a decent player, actually. Did really well for QPR, and then unfortunately got a knee ligament injury, I think. It was either that or a broken leg, and his career just kind of plummeted from there. But we get ourselves 1-0 up, so our career here at Wolfsburg is going up and up, rather than plummeting, and Hakan Çalhanoğlu gives us a 1-0 lead there with a nice left-footed shot. Did well to close the defender down, steal it off him, and then just was a simple case of powering it into the back of the net. Trying to get a second though if we can. Schürrle turns inside really nicely. Then I just didn't know where to go next. Didn't know whether to try and pass it and squeeze the ball past the defender or to go for a solo run. In the end, we turned away from goal, passed it to Tolisso, who drew a good save out the goalkeeper. We are going to get a second opportunity, but again, a teammate gets in the way of the shot, and he was offside, so the referee gave a free kick. But we made a couple of changes. Çalhanoğlu and Schürrle going off for Draxler and Nabil Fekir to try and get ourselves, some fresh legs going forward to get ourselves a second goal to make sure that the game was beyond doubt. Julian Draxler involved, gets it out wide to Iñaki Williams here. Going to try and turn his side with a Ronaldo chop. Goes down in the box, and it looks as if it's just, a dead cert penalty. Now have a look at the replay. I've no idea where the contact is actually made. Where, does he touch him? I'm not sure. I don't think he touches him. I think he just slipped, fell over, gave the penalty to Embolo so he could score his first goal in a Wolfsburg shirt, and then the keeper went and saved it. So that didn't go according to plan. But maybe that's justice, because I don't think I got caught or even remotely touched for that foul. But we'll take the 1-0 win regardless. So 1-0 defeat followed by a 1-0 victory as we head into the Europa League for the first time this season. Obviously, we finished third in our Champions League group behind Real Madrid and Juventus. It was an extremely tough group, so we didn't necessarily have the best of luck when it came to our Champions League group. Hopefully next year, if we can finish top four, which we should be able to do in the Bundesliga, we'll be able to have a slightly more friendly group in the Champions League and get ourselves through to the knockout stages of that competition. Luckily though, we finished third in the group ahead of, was it Club Brugge, who finished fourth, so we get passes through to the knockout stages of the Europa League, and our first tie in the knockout stages in the round of 32 is against Rubin Kazan. We're away from home first in Russia. Nice to actually play in Russia and not have snow on the pitch. Had plenty of snow in Germany on the pitch over the recent games, so it's nice to actually play on a clear pitch. But for realism and just for OCD, I don't like changing the conditions of the pitch. Like, if the game decides that it's going to give me certain conditions on the pitch, then I'm going to play it on those conditions. I've seen a lot of calls in the comments section of people saying, look, when it gives you snow, just change it to like clear or something, but I can't bring myself to do it. If the game gives me something, I just have to accept it and play on. That's why I don't simulate games either. Like, I have to have full control over what goes on the pitch, even if it means that we end up getting worse results. But Julian Draxler picks up the ball here, shakes off one defender, turns around another, gives it to Luis Gustavo, slots in Max Cruiser. Obviously going to try and get it on my left foot, do so, but unfortunately Lemos, the defender, gets in the way there after 20 minutes, and we stay at 0-0. The next effort, or next chance, doesn't come until the second half. Two really poor passes from Rubin Kazan mean that Cruiser ends up with the ball via Fekir and Draxler, but another great block by the defender, and that was all she wrote for that tie. It was a real stalemate. One of the most inactive and unentertaining games that I've played between the beginning of the series to this point. So I mean, at least we didn't lose. We got a 0-0 draw, no away goals, but I mean, we're in a decent position for the second leg to go through to the round of 16 of the Europa League. We're currently 5 points off first and second, actually, in the Bundesliga. There are 13 league games left. Obviously, only 18 teams in the Bundesliga, so 34 games in a season, not 38 like there are in the Premier League or 46 in the Football League. But Borussia Dortmund actually currently sits up on goal difference ahead of Bayern Munich, so it's the two of them that are vying for the title right now, and we're with Schalke there in third and fourth, a point ahead of them right now. So it's going to be a tough rundown for the title. We might be able to catch Dortmund and Munich. We still have to play both of them once more. So fingers crossed, if we can get wins against them both, then you never know, we might be in with a title shout. Definitely though, top four is the main aim this season, and then we'll build for next year. But if we can go for the title this year, then I'm definitely going to go for the title this year. All my links to social media are on the screen for you right now, and they will be in the description down below. So follow me on Twitter if you want to have some interaction with me. That's the best place to do so. Follow me on Instagram as well, and obviously I'll be streaming tonight over on Twitch, so follow the Twitch channel. Link to that is in the description. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.